Deep in the heart of Texas, in San Marcos, welcome to Bobcat Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Boise State Broncos and the Texas State Bobcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, guys. I did check in with the Boise State head coach before the game. One of the points Coach made in the locker room before the team is that this is a separation game. He understands that both teams are undefeated in conference play, and whoever comes out victorious today can separate and make some noise. It is going to be challenging because it is a hostile environment, so he said we've got to be sharp, communicate, and be at our best at the line of scrimmage, establish the tone with physicality, and throw that first knockout punch. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Texas State Bobcats offense will go to work first. And this sophomore tight end, without question, is most reliable playmaker. He had 9 catches in their victory last time out.
And it won't be a surprise of where the eyeballs are going to be focused on with this defense. It's the guy who's up for the Mackey Award, the tight end that can do a little bit of everything, that's versatile, that this quarterback really, really trusts. Palmer, he's a playmaker, he's big, he can do it all.
And he's not just going to line up in a three-point stance beside the right tackle or the left tackle. They're going to move him around in different spots of the field and find the matchups that he can take advantage of. So I think if you're on defense in this one, you really have to do a good job communicating and finding the double teams when possible, just to try to slow him down. You can't stop him. You can just hope to contain him.
Got his man downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Convert that third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, you've watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down, you throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Bobcats are rolling down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah.
Snags it, and there's running room. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Bobcats!
I really love that first drive by the offense. It always seemed like they were just one step ahead of the D, and a nice job there down close. When the defense knew they were going to run the football, being more physical, running it in on 3rd down to get the touchdown.
And here's the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Broncos offense will now get its first chance with the football. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
Now, he was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
And the Broncos out wide left, it's Wagner. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Guys, let's take just a minute and talk about Boise State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical.
Been so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Broncos, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Mack. Got it in the middle. It's Temple. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Run inside. It's Gaines. He just carries him face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Moving the pocket. It's Mack. Snags it over the middle. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Mack. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Broncos. Fired in from the red zone for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He stopped at the 27-yard line. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. He's changing the play. Needs it here on 4th down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. This offense has it with really good field position. Austin Mack looking left. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Down he goes.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mack. Jukes his way for more. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd.
Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown Broncos! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Hey, man, another nice run. And you can just see the balance. You can see the toughness. This guy's really good at what he does, and they're going to continue to feature him. He's already got 1 touchdown in the day, and I imagine he'll continue to be a focal point for this offense, and he better be for this defense.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Under pressure. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And the Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, it's Pryor.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Turning it on! Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted to 4th down to keep the drive going. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. And we take a look at how these quarterbacks are doing so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And that one's incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can.
Throws toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down. So they'll give up the 15 yards on the pass interference penalty, but that's certainly better than giving up a touchdown in the end zone. The Bobcats are threatening on 1st and goal. Hits inside, it's Pryor. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Bobcats! Into the end zone for 6. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Coming out with it, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Looking for space. It's Gaines. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tackles. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Right back to the well. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Mack from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. Inside. Touchdown, Texas State. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Texas State takes the field, hoping to get this drive started. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Got a little grass. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He wants to throw it. Right side, it's Pryor. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Straight ahead, it's Pryor. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Out wide right, it's Gardner. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas State.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
He'll bring it out. It's Bates. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Boise State ready to send out that offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
This time it's complete. At the 45 on his way. It's a seam wide open. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. On the move, it's Pryor. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Let's talk for just a minute about Texas State. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
Left side is Gardner. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Rush right in his face. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Right side, it's Pryor. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Bobcats look to keep this drive humming. Quick give. It's Pryor. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Rides to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had 0 answers.
And the Bobcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Trying to run, it's Browning. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
And now the Broncos call their first of 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff again. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Timeout taken by Boise State. 2nd time they've stopped the clock here in the half. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Touchdown, Bobcats. The offense cashing it in on that drive. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Deep in the end zone, it's Bates. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And so the Boise State offense comes out to go to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Firing to the right, complete. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the first half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
And the Broncos can really attack on this second and short. Again, it's Mack. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Mack. He's got it. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
The Broncos go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking to pass. It's Mack. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. He's looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Back's got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. And with that, the Broncos use their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Broncos! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Running inside. It's Pryor. He's past the sticks. They make the stop, but he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We start with Baylor taking on the number 4 team, the TCU Horned Frogs.
And And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Checking in with the Bobcats head coach at the half. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throwing, Mack. Setting up the screen. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Gaines.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Austin Mack. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. The Broncos will send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Hand off from the shotgun. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll put in play from the 41 on first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide right, it's Gardner. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Bobcats getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Browning. Got enough for the first down. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There's some room. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line?
He's got it. Looking for the end zone. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal. Tight end finds a soft spot. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Mack. right side, it's Wagner.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Looking to throw, it's Mack. Out wide left, it's Temple. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. And the Broncos will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab down the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. The give on 4th. Turning it on. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. 4th down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Turns it upfield. Breaks free, and he might be gone. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Bobcats have their offense in high gear. They're going back to the ground. He's got the first down. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The Bobcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the ground. He's got it again.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Quarterback changing the play. They'll try to get the first through the air. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. There he goes to the right. The 20. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. Throwing Mack. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback. Tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
The give on the counter. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Power ahead. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with fourth and goal.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
Trying to power it in. And some great fourth down defense against the run.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. Needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that fourth down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Ball down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now he's looking to throw it. And he gets rid of it.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On third down, he drops the throw. Escapes the pressure going right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Bobcats will line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Smashes through the tackle. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. The Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Austin Mack. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He makes the catch. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Mack. Mack's got it on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
They're all over him. Out wide right, it's Temple. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office, being able to act.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Mack to throw for it on fourth. Oh, pressure's coming. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Brought down at the 1-yard line, and oh, so close to a pick six. Shadow of the goalpost looming, 1st and 10 from their own one, just looking for breathing room.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
The give to the back. Pass to 6. He's got enough for the first down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win. The run inside. It's Pryor. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. And now the Broncos call their first of 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. The Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Browning. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Moving out to the right. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Mack fakes the grab. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Scanning the field, it's Mack. Look out! Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some direct.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Again, it's Mack. Unloads it left. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.